Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me for our Meet the Management Team video series, where we introduce some of the executives in GovCon, their roles, and how they work together to achieve company-wide goals. I'm Amanda Ziadeh with WashingtonExec, and today I'm joined by three members of LMI: Ellen Chever, Inclusive Culture Lead; Chrissy Cocrane, Senior Vice President of Management and Transformation Solutions; and Beth Hoban, Vice President of Talent Management. Thank you all so much for being here today. All right, so I wanted to start by asking if we can briefly each describe your roles and responsibilities and what your top priorities are. Ellen.
Sure. Thank you so much for having us on here. And it's so great to be here with my amazing leaders here at LMI. So I'm Ellen Chever, and I like to say that I get to partner with everyone at LMI to build out an awesome culture of inclusion here to support our innovators. And really, what I'm really focused on is building an ecosystem out that bakes in inclusion into all of what we do here at LMI and touches the employee throughout their entire journey. I really focus my programming and the strategy around four areas to really build out this ecosystem. The first area is around learning, and this is really building out psychological safety and really building awareness, understanding, empathy, teaching us how to be inclusive leaders, teaching us how to build an inclusive workplace. The next is really focused around, of course, inclusive innovators, and this is really about building out the best teams, the best talent here at LMI, making sure we have fulsome representation of people across different backgrounds, perspectives, skills, and talents as LMI is in this exciting stage of growth. The other place is really focused on building out inclusion in our workplace and really baking it into our programs so that people can show up and thrive, regardless of their ability, regardless of their identity. So one of the ways we focus on this is through accessibility and really using data to really drive what we do. And then the last one is really just at the core. And this is just building out engagement and really focused on some programs that we have, partnering with Beth and her team around building up our employee resource groups, our communities of practice, building out an LMI-wide events that really connect and touch our employees. And then, of course, it's really engagement in our community. And how do we work with community partners and the organizations and the people that we serve? So really, it's just building that whole ecosystem of innovation that really touches our employees from the time they're coming into LMI throughout their entire journey, and really supporting them so that they can thrive and show up and do their best work here to support our customers.
Awesome. And Beth.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Amanda. So as the Vice President of Talent Management and Culture, I think my three priorities, first off, is just professional development, making sure that all of our employees have the tools and resources that they can do to I like to say, to suit up, show up, and do their best work every day. And as we know, our professional landscape is continually changing with technology, with the world around us. So making sure that our employees have everything that they need to be successful, especially in this rapidly transforming digital world. So we focus on training, mentoring, leader development. We also focus on that performance management piece, making sure employees understand the mission, what's expected of them, and how to ultimately deliver on those goals. And then most importantly as well, employee engagement. And so one of the things we're so proud of at LMI is our retention rate, which is extremely high, especially in that GovCon space. So again, making sure that employees have the skills, that they are connected, and that they enjoy being a part of our organization, and that they can service and provide amazing services to our clients.
All right, awesome. And Chrissy.
Yeah, thanks, Amanda. So as the leader of our management and transformation solutions, I'm very much focused on bringing innovation to life for our employees and for our customers. One of our key focus as a more traditional management consulting function of LMI is to partner across our ecosystem and matrix at LMI to digitally enable our capabilities and to build the right analytics and technology in order for our employees to do their best work for our customers. You know, one way that that's manifested as more of a company-wide goal is through our digital enablement training. So at LMI, we have created what we call digital enablement training with various personas that employees can self-select into when they come to LMI. And we've developed persona-based training in order for all LMI employees to have an understanding, a baseline understanding of the technology and the analytics available to them. And then continual training in each of the respective personas to enhance their skills and knowledge of the tools available to not just them, but our customers in order for them to do the highest level of work. We've been able to take that training and actually offer that to our government customers, which has allowed both LMI employees and our customers to really keep up with the pace and evolving technology needs of the business. And that's been in key partnership with both Ellen and Beth from a training perspective. And it's gone really, really well. We're almost at 100% of our employees being trained at a baseline digital enablement perspective.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for sharing a bit about your specific roles. And it's clear just through your responses how you do each work together to work towards those company-wide goals. But anything else you want to share about those general company-wide goals and initiatives that you're involved with or working towards in your respective business areas? And Ellen.
Sure. One of the things I'll just say, as you can see, our programs are linked, right? And they really touch each other. So one of the things that we've done is we've baked in how we do and how we perform on building inclusion into how we say that we perform here at LMI. And that's really that strategic initiative to really bake in an inclusion into our corporate-wide performance is an initiative really that Chrissy from her senior leadership team and her colleagues, they have to get behind and support, and they do, and they lead. It's something that Beth is building out that training to equip our leaders to really empower them to do that work. And so it's really great to see how the programs really sit across our organization and how they touch with the work that Chrissy's doing and how her leadership is so important to driving that strategic initiative to, in making sure that inclusion is baked into how we at LMI say we perform and how we do, and then how Beth's team comes in and helps equips and prepares us to be able to do that. So that's another strategic initiative, that I'm really focused on, but also really is supported by Chrissy and the work that Beth does as well.
Awesome. Beth.
Yeah, the other piece I was going to say, Amanda, one of our fundamentals here at LMI that really hasn't changed over our entire evolution as an organization is our commitment to our values. And our values actually spell out LMI, so they're easy to remember. And it's about leadership, mission focus, and innovation. And, all of our employees are leaders. They lead themselves, they lead their work, they contribute to their teams. And we really are in the business of really mission delivery and providing service to our customers and doing it in innovative ways. And, Chrissy is really on that forefront. And so again, just that continuity of the whole life cycle, that was one of the things that I really appreciated about your questions is we bring folks in, we give them tools and resources, we continue to develop them, they go out, they provide this amazing service to our clients, they come back, they're sharing things back for us, and we are highly agile and we adapt and we get them the tools and resources that they need to be successful.
Awesome. And Chrissy.
Sure. So, I'll focus a little bit more on how we take that innovation and drive it into our workforce. I mentioned that to me, innovation is nothing unless as an organization, you help bring it to life. And so we focused within Management Transformation Solutions about a year ago on creating innovation challenges on various topics, different use cases, and, gamifying innovation at LMI. And what we saw through that process was more out of the box thinking, collaboration across the organization, more customer conversations that allowed our customers to start thinking outside the box. And all of this was just, very simply LMI giving folks the platform to ideate. We've also stood up what we call the Idea Lab here at LMI, which with our CTO and Forge functions, where employees have the opportunity a little bit, again, gamified to bring their ideas forward. And the CTO organization and the Forge, which is our rapid prototyping arm of the organization, really helped to bring those ideas to life within 30 days. So for me, it's really about driving innovation, making it real and tangible for employees, and at different levels. Everyone is at a different level in their understanding of analytics and innovation. And we really tried to simplify that through the training, through fun and silly questions. How could you shave 2 seconds off of any process, either at home or at work? So it is all about bringing it to life, letting employees actually touch and feel innovation on both a small scale and a large scale. And we've been able to take those ideas and really drive them into our customer space to help them achieve their missions. And it's gone really well. It's been fun.
So, Chrissy, I want to dive a little bit deeper into that. What exactly does it mean to drive innovation and workforce evolution, and how does that ultimately help to support customers' federal missions?
Yeah, Amanda, I think it's all about making it real, right? It's giving folks the platform to ideate, to do so in a safe space. There's no bad idea. To follow up with employees, to kind of better understand what their ideas are. It all starts with giving them that space, and in doing that, the ideas that we were able to take forward have now landed in our customer space. We have a lot of examples of that where we've worked with the Forge, where we've taken an employee's idea and we've now implemented that across our contracts. But I probably sound like a broken record. It all goes back to making it real and tangible for the employees.
I really want to pick up with what Chrissy said, because I was listening to Chrissy. I said, that's inclusion, that's inclusion. So Chrissy just said, building a brave space. She said, building a place where people can bring their ideas, bring a place where innovation is activated, right? And so one of the challenges is how do you build a space where people can raise their hand, where people can bring their ideas forward, where teams can collaborate and work together and exchange ideas, where teams can have conflict and constructive dialogue, right? So that they can rapidly innovate, so that they can create, so they can problem solve. The way that we do that is by building an inclusive workplace, right? And by building inclusion everywhere, right? So it has tentacles throughout we do. And it can be challenging. So I, as an employee, I show up, I turn on my computer, I get on my Teams, and I message my teammate. Right there's an interaction right there. I'm sharing an idea. So what programs do we have in place to make sure that those teammates can have peer-to-peer constructive conversation and innovate? And we have programs in there, and we have learning programs that help people collaborate, right? And then again, working with our managers, working with our program managers and our leaders to make sure that they're leading in an empathetic, inclusive way, so that people, if they make a mistake, right, fail fast, right, we're agile, so they can come back, raise their hand again, and come up with that great idea. So the challenge really is building out these programs so that it touches the employee throughout wherever they are, whatever they're doing. They're constantly working, doing great work, and building that place so that innovation can really thrive. And so we're continuing to do that, working closely really with Beth's team to really train and build those tools for our PMs, building out, like Beth said, how do we teach our values, working with her team to really spread that message and have people practice that as well, so that we can continue to build out our teams that are doing that, the great innovation that Chrissy's speaking about.
All right, wonderful. And Beth, I know that training is a big part of these workforce development initiatives. So how do strategic and training initiatives play a role into LMI's larger workforce development and employee lifecycle goals?
Absolutely. Thanks, Amanda. It actually plays a huge role. And as Chrissy had talked about, Chrissy and I have been really joined at the hip on a number of initiatives, as she's been our executive champion. And those two that we've really been focused on over the past really couple of years have been really digitally enabling our entire workforce, right? And this is such a challenge because, as we know, digital enablement is rapidly changing. It changes, every single day. And so this is a job that's never going to be done as technology continues to evolve, as our workforce continues to evolve, making sure our employees understand what's possible, and then really being able to take that understanding and be able to work and engage with their customers, ultimately to deliver solutions to our customers. And so again, hearing their problems, what's keeping them up awake at night, what's getting in the way of them being the federal government, being able to serve the people, and coming up with solutions for them. And so I think that's really where the innovation comes into it as well. It's taking tools and technology as well as deep subject matter expertise in all of our different areas and rapidly able being able to come up with prototypes and solutions and things to ultimately help solve our customers' problems. And when it comes to professional development, again, as our organization continues to grow, that creates opportunity for all of our employees here. We have an amazing career mobility program where we have the ability for employees to continue to expand their portfolio horizontally and add additional technical skill sets, as well as provide services to different markets as they continue to grow. So that's a piece that we really lean into. And as we bring new employees into our workforce, it continues to grow and create additional opportunities and allow for some of that movement. The other piece that I'm extremely proud of is just LMI's commitment overall to professional development. We have a very robust professional development program. Our internal program, which is great, we offer PMP classes and Luma human-centered design, as well as agile classes, our digital enablement. And then we also work with our leaders to say, hey, what technical certifications do we need? Or would this employee benefit by going and getting a master's degree? So every year we invest almost, actually more than $1.2 million back into our employee base to help them continue to keep their skills fresh and developing.
Awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today. It's been such a pleasure hearing how all your roles intertwine with each other and with the rest of the company. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much, Amanda.
Thank you so much.
Amanda.